Alrighty, BY40 back with another Zombie vs. Survival video, continuing my series on the different classes in the game. And this is the medic class. I've done a few videos on this one so far, but things keep changing because the developers keep doing updates and modifying the game to where, one day you may find a nice spot where you can camp and fight off with just a couple zombies at a time and just keep rolling the waves over and over, just keep going up and up and up in waves. And then they'll patch it and do something to change it. And then so you got to go back in and find another one. So this video, I'm going to show another one. This is what I like to do with the medic now. And I may try this with one of the other options, but, like the rookie or the recon, you may be able to go a ways with those. The disadvantage to those is you do not have the healing stations. And you do not have the buff towers. Those are big advantages of the medic class and why I like it so much over any other class. I mean, the demolitionist is really strong and you can rack up a lot of zombucks really quick with the demolitionist. If you can lay down enough of their demolition turrets. But so I decided to go over and try the left side over here. Most of my videos I've been setting up over on the right, but I didn't like the fact that most of the turrets wouldn't fire. There's like a dead zone over there where the turrets can't track zombies and lock onto any zombies and shoot at them. So I want to try this other side, and for the most part, I would say a good 70–80% of the turrets actually do fire on the zombies over here. You still get some where the zombies get in range, they still hesitate to fire. And the zombies usually, they're running right at them and they run up to them and hit them and then they fire. I don't understand why they have to get hit to wake them up to get them to fire, but that's what happens. So getting into how I do this strategy, I go through the pistol first. Obviously you start with that. And the first thing I like to do is drop a buff tower, because what that does is it more than doubles the strength of your rounds. So with the pistol, I can take down zombies much easier and quicker. And once I get that down, it's kind of a toss-up between, buying a shotgun or laying down a turret. Sometimes I'll lay down a single turret to help fight off the zombies. And another thing about this corner over here, this bunch of raised, panels that are stacked on top of each other. I can place deployables on top of it, like turrets and, this buff tower, healing station can all be put right up on top here. And they're protected from all the small zombies. The small zombies can't touch them. Only the brutes, the taller ones, and the boomers are tall enough to strike anything that's on top of this, stack of panels right here. So, and it still works, even though you're underneath it, you're not at the same level. It'll still double your, buff your weapons, and healing stations will still heal you. As long as you're under their umbrella, is basically how you can look at it. This circle that you see is the buff circle that anything above and below is also buffed. It's like, picture it as a cylinder that goes down into the ground and up into the air. So, but anyway, so I work my way up through the weapons. This time I'm choosing to actually work my way up through the weapons, and I did not drop a turret yet. I'm already up to the AK-47. But once you get the minigun, you're in good shape. So, I tend to also, if you notice, I turned off the auto skip. Because what I like to do is kill all the zombies that are out to get the most amount of money possible. And zombucks also. Because as I mentioned in the other videos, if you turn off the auto skip, you only get 10 seconds. And only 10 seconds worth of zombies will spawn. All the others get left behind. They spawn later, if you turn it off. if you don't turn it off, you will lose out on a chance of killing all those zombies. You'll never get a chance to kill them because they'll never spawn. So I like to turn off about every 10 in these early waves. Maybe I might skip 15 or 20 waves and then turn it off. But then I don't turn it back on until I know I'm down to the last couple of zombies. Or if I cleared out all of them, then I'll turn the auto skip back on. So that's just what I like to do, because I want to get as much money as I possibly can before I get to wave 100. Because typically, if I don't have about $20,000 saved up by wave 100, then I'll be turning off the auto skip every 5 waves until I can save up that money. You got to have a lot of money saved up so that you can drop healing stations when you need them, if you want to go for the long haul. I mean, if you want to stay in this game for 3 straight hours and go 1,000 waves, you can do it. And this strategy with this medic will allow you to do it. I actually went almost 1,000 waves on this. I went like 980 waves in this particular run. So it works. This is still working as of today. Let's say June 23rd. Until the developers see this video probably, and they'll say, oh, well, we got to fix that one now. But it's just the nature of this layout of this map. I don't know what they could possibly do. The zombies have only 2 ways to get up to the top here in this top section of the map. And it's like a choke point on both sides. And part of the confusion is caused because the zombies, I'm going to show you, once you get everything set up and arranged, all your turrets, and you get the right arrangement going, I'm going to show you where you need to stand. And it's basically dead center on the side wall on the right, on that drop off. There's a, I don't know if you call it a rope or a clothesline, or where it has like a couple banners hanging off it there. That's about in the dead middle of that side of the building. And you want to stand right at that rope where it attaches to the building. And I believe what it does is it confuses the zombies, because the AI tracking system that they use is looking up both ramps to try to find you. And it's confusing the tracking system, I believe. This is just my theory, to where the zombies don't know which way to go. And I think they all get confused and stuck down below. And every now and then, occasionally, some will just pop up on the far side over there. They still keep coming up there, but not a lot. You might get a handful at a time. And that's enough to keep under control, if you stay in the game and don't wander off and put on an auto clicker. If you put on an auto clicker, you probably end up dead. And you try to go to bed overnight, you probably will die, because these zombies do keep coming over the edge. I haven't found a perfect glitch where you'll get no zombies at all. They do still, a few of them still find their way up there. And they will eventually take out your turrets, or whatever's in between you and them. They will take them out, and then they'll kill you. So, I'm speaking from experience. So, trust me on that. You're going to have to, if you want to go 1,000 waves, plan on sitting at your computer for 3 hours. If you want to go 2,000 waves, plan on sitting there for 6 hours, and so on. Because the way the timer works, it's 10 seconds per wave. So you get 6 waves a minute and 360 waves an hour. That's just the way it is. And once you turn off the auto skip and let it go, and don't ever stop it again, that's the way it's going to work out. You're going to get 360 waves an hour. That's just the way it is. So there's no way to make it go faster or save time and do 1,000 waves in 2 hours. You just can't do it. It's not possible. Doesn't matter how many zombies you kill. You're working against the timer, and that's it. If you want to go up in high waves. So anyway, I am slowly, as I'm killing all these zombies, and you notice I did turn off the auto skip again, because I want to clean them up. I'm about got them all done. I want to clean them up because I don't like having zombies attacking me when I'm laying down deployables. When I lay down a buff station or turrets, I want to do it in peace. I don't want to be getting attacked while I'm doing it. So anyway, so what happens? This is kind of a bug in the game. I may mention this to the developer, but he's kind of overwhelmed right now. I've hit him with a lot of stuff recently in the Discord server. There is no Discord server for this particular game, Zombie Rush Survival, but it's the same developers that did Tower of Zombies and Zombie Mayhem. Zombie Mayhem is pretty much dead. No one hardly ever. I managed to get one person to reply to one of my questions one time this past week, but generally no one says anything in there for months. People just don't want to talk it anymore. I think everybody's so upset because they gave up on the game and they won't update it anymore. So I'm surprised everybody didn't just leave the server. So I guess they're still hanging on that maybe the developers will keep their promise and update Zombie Mayhem one day. So, but the Tower of Zombies is more active, and it's where I post my bug reports and some of my videos. They have a YouTube, Twitch channel, and you can post your own videos in there if you wanted to. So, and you can find the link to join their Discord server, Tower of Zombies, on the Roblox Tower of Zombies About page. You know, when you go in Roblox and if you were to type in Tower of Zombies up in the search engine and select in games, and you go to the Tower of Zombies page that pops up, you know, the page where you can hit that green button and play the game. If you're still on the About, just scroll up, you know, or scroll down, just check what's down below, and you'll see the Discord symbol and it says join the server, and you can join their server right there if you're a Discord member, if you've joined Discord. I know Discord has a bad reputation on a lot of different things, but you know, for the most part, if you're getting a good group of like-minded zombie killers, you can find some other people that you can talk to about the game and share your own videos and share your own thoughts and ideas on how to beat the game. And it's just it has the potential. It doesn't yet because a lot of people don't say anything in there. It's like 1,000 members, but nobody hardly ever says anything. But it has the potential to get conversations going if anybody just wanted to participate. If you just get people to participate. But anyway, but they do occasionally will add information about what they're working on. I occasionally get the developer to open up and divulge some information and share some things about the game. It's where I learned that every zombie is worth 10 Zombucks. Doesn't matter what zombie it is. If it's the biggest brute or the smallest crawler, it doesn't matter at all. 10 Zombucks for every zombie that you kill. So if you want to earn Zombucks in a game, just kill as many zombies as you can. And the best way to do that is to go in with a group of people. Where you get a bunch of other players, you get a lot more. If you get 4 players, oh my gosh, you get like 10 times as many zombies in the game. I thought it was just, multiplied by the number of players. Like normally you start off wave 1 with like 6 zombies and you would expect, 24. Oh, it seems like you get 50 to me anyway. But I did that today and it was actually kind of fun. I was in with another player, 3 other players. And by about wave, I would say wave 30, 2 of them already left. So the last 2 of us got to reap the benefits of all the zombies for the past 30 waves that were supposed to spawn that didn't. Because we did turn on auto skip, and at some point I think the other person that I was playing with wanted to turn it off, and when we did, we couldn't turn it back on. It wouldn't reactivate. It's just another bug in the game that, especially when you're with multiple players, if you turn off auto skip, sometimes you can't turn it back on if you haven't killed all the zombies yet. And it won't let you turn it back on until you kill all the zombies. Okay, I want to stop and show you what I just did here. Is I found a central location to lay down a healing station. And I put it down so that I can lay down turrets around it. And so that I won't accidentally drop a turret in that spot. I want to keep it open just for the healing station. And the spot I'm standing in right now, that's the spot I was talking about where you want to stay once you get the glitch going. Once you get everything set up and you're ready to turn on that auto skip for the last time and leave it on, this is where you want to stand. Now, it's not ready yet. I still got a lot more turrets to lay down, a few more buff towers. I got some more work to do. I still got to kill some more zombies to get some more money and finish the rest of this pattern. There's a certain pattern that I've found. Can't say that you have to do this exact pattern every time, but it's worked for me a couple times now. I've tried it, tested it, I think 3 times now, and it's worked every time. I've been able to go 1,000 waves each time, when I want to. So I just don't have the time to sit down, for an entire day. I mean, if you wanted to go 4,000 waves, you're talking 12 hours of playing. So, yeah. I mean, I did it one time before in Recall Zombies. I played with a friend to get on the leaderboard in one of the maps, and we played for 13 straight hours. It was brutal. All right, sorry, I had to pause for a second to sneeze. So, yeah, it's possible. I mean, if you wanted to get up to wave 4,000, it just takes 12 straight hours of playing. You probably could get to past 4,000, because like I said, it's 360 waves an hour. So you look at 1,200, 1,400. I'm sorry. Yeah, you'd be. Let me shoot. I'm bad at doing math in my head, so you do 360. That's 3 hours, so times 4. Times 3. So you can make it to, conceivably make it to wave 4,300 with 12 hours of playing. So I'm starting to work on the other end of my layout for all the turrets. I want to connect these together, go across a continuous row of turrets here, and also build it up a little bit in the middle, because the turrets in the middle are the ones that fire the most. And what ends up happening is, as these zombies come up, as you see, the turrets will all fire on them and push them off to the right. Just push them right off the side. So when you get to the higher waves, the turrets will knock the big, strong brutes right off the side. So you don't have to kill them. You just knock them out of the way. Just see how they just pushed over to the side, to the right. When you get a lot more turrets put down, you get a lot more force pushing them off to the right. So you want to build, and you see that open space right there I haven't filled in yet. You want to stack up your turrets in that middle area. I usually, if I have to, I will lay down another buff tower in the middle there to give me more space to lay down turrets. And what eventually happens, you're able to keep all the zombies on the right side like they are right now. There's nothing really over on the left anymore, coming up the other ramp on the left. Everything wants to come up on the right. So you can focus your turrets more to the right side, the middle and right. But you'll see in the end when I get this all set up here. I will skip ahead I get to close to about wave 90, wave 100. I'm just going to pop to the end for show about 5 or 10 minutes of the ending and talk about this strategy more. So I do have, I think I need to put maybe 3 more towers on the ramp on the left, but I think it's okay as it is right now. One of the problems over there on that left ramp, that top landing, is that there's actually a spawn right there. And sometimes a zombie will spawn behind those turrets and start beating on them. So, but if you place something there, then you cover up the spawn and nothing can spawn there. So I figured if I drop a turret or just a buff tower over there just to take up the space to keep the spawn from working. And that is possible to do. I did that a couple times in the last couple of days. Came in with a couple of players who were demolitionists. I mean, they laid down a ton of their demolition turrets. And what I did one time is they lay all the turrets on the half of the building closest to us, so they'd all shoot over the side and kill the zombies over the sides of the building. And I went on the other half, the back half back there, laying down turrets and buff towers on all those spawns back there, just to stop the zombies from spawning up on the top deck. And that worked out great. We could have gone all day. But it's just, wasn't the time where I wanted to go all day. So I left a little bit early. I warned the other players, like, I got to go, because we did have things to do. So, but anyway, you can see how it's starting to form. The zombies are all gathering down below. And you just get some stragglers that come up the top over on the right over there. They just work their way up to the top. Now again, I turned off the auto skip because I wanted to kill more and I wanted to get more money. It's just what I like to do. I like to have whatever turrets I'm going to lay down, I want to have them lay down by wave 100. Or maybe if I get enough money, I'll lay down some more later on. But by wave 100, it's just my milestone, is I want to have all my turrets down, and I want to have about $20,000 saved up for healing stations. It's just what I recommend. I mean, it will, especially over the next 100, 200 waves, like to wave 200 or wave 300, you can still kill zombies. They're not too tough to kill yet. So you will earn more money. But just to be safe, I'd like to have that 20,000. So I'm going to lay down some more over here. This is the area I was talking about where you want to have a lot of turrets. Because you see how they're just pushing the brutes back? You just push them back or push them off to the right. So I did skip ahead here. We're at the end of this wave 76. I turned the auto skip back on. And I think I'm going to go, I don't know, we'll see, another 10, 15 waves and turn it off again. I've got myself, I still need to lay down more turrets. I'm not at wave 100 yet. So I'm still wanting to get as much money as I can before I get to wave 100. I actually want to lay down about another dozen turrets. I want to build like a bulge of turrets in the middle there that'll keep shooting these zombies and knocking them off the edge. That's basically the trick to this. Because I could not just completely stop the zombies from coming up the side. A few stragglers always keep popping over the edge there. I haven't found the ideal glitch where you can stop all the zombies from coming up top. I've only seen able to do that with another player in the game with me, and usually a demolitionist, where we hit a point where the zombies just don't even come up top anymore. They can't make it up top. They all get stuck down below. So because I just turned on the auto skip, that's why you were seeing zombies coming up on the left, all these fresh spawns. But now we're up here at wave 300. I just wanted to show what it's like when you get to the higher waves. And I gathered myself, I'm putting some stuff out there. Just, the buff towers are cheaper. I'm using them like barricades. And you can see my turrets are now like $4,500. No, I'm sorry, $3,700. No, it's $4,700. My eyes are not working very good. I need better glasses. So they're expensive to drop a turret right now. And I don't have the money that I wanted. I've only got about 7,000 left. But also you can see I can still kill some zombies, but it takes a long time to kill the... And what you want to do is focus on these smaller zombies. Let the turrets push the big ones off the side. Like this guy here. Well, I guess I had enough turrets hitting him that it killed him, and it's only wave 300. See, it's pushing right off the side over here. But you can see there's always just a few stragglers that keep coming over that edge there. And you want enough turrets like I have to just push them off the side like that. Just push them off. You don't necessarily have to kill them. Unless you need some money, try to kill them. So check the ones that come up off that edge. If they're little ones, try to kill the little ones. If they're big ones, kill the ones that are damaged the most, that have the least amount of health left. You know, try shooting those if you can kill them. If you got a bunch of zombies come over the edge, like maybe a dozen or so, focus on killing the smaller ones. You want to get as many of them out of the way as you can so the turrets can focus their shots on a small number of zombies instead of spread out over a whole group of zombies. So just remember that too. You want to help out your turrets, help them do their job by making their work easy for them, like by eliminating all the smaller zombies. And let the turrets just push the big ones off the side or kill them. See, that guy's actually, and this is something I mentioned to the developers, I don't like this zombie reach. You can see how far away that brute is from my stations and my turret, and he's hitting him. He's hitting him from about 6 feet away. And that I don't like. I've never liked that in any zombie shooting game. I really hate it in Call of Duty. Those zombies can reach 4 feet and hit you from 4 feet away. So, but anyway, this is pretty much the strategy. Hopefully you understand what I've done so far. You can see my layout of turrets and deployables. You know, the buff towers using as barricades. And I would like to have gotten more turrets in the middle so that they could push the zombies off easier. I think if I do end up getting myself over 10,000, I'll lay down some more. I may have laid down a couple more, but I would have preferred to have a few more turrets in the middle. So what I do now is over to the left, over to that landing over there at the top of the incline, top of the ramp. I don't put as many turrets over there anymore, so I can lay them more in the middle, and they can help me out here in the middle. So as you can see, the zombies, they just keep coming. And another thing that's going to be an issue too is those wizards, those zap walkers they call them, the blue wizards. He's over there out of the reach of the turrets, but he's zapping my turrets. So you got to take those guys out when you can. So anyway, I'm just going to show up the wave 900 here, what it's like. And I was actually AFK at this point. I just had to go do something. I wanted to just let it go and see how far it would go without me really being in attendance and watching over it. And what you'll see is I've already got directly in front of me, one of the turrets has already been taken out. But what actually happens is behind me, somehow a brute, I think, well, it's a different one. No, I think in this particular run, either a brute or a zombie snuck up behind me. Somehow it jumped the wall back there. It came up behind me and killed me from behind. That has happened before. Or what these guys do, these brutes, will keep pounding away at these turrets between me and the zombie, and eventually will take them out and be able to get to me. So that's what happens if you walk away from the game. You won't be able to go, just leave it go overnight while you sleep. I don't think you'll be able to and survive. Not without healing stations, not dropping one every now and then, to rejuvenate the health of all your turrets. So it's a pretty good glitch, but it's not perfect. It's not one that you can just walk away from. Anyway, thanks for checking out. I appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up, share it, leave comments. and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks. Bye.